my Indian culture, I guess I bring spirituality, openness, my love of color and patterns and fun. You know, for me, India is a lot of fun, and that's what I bring with me wherever I go.
Aparna Aurora was born on the plains of India in 1967. She grew up in the capital Delhi, as well as in the countryside. She left her homeland at the age of 20. She studied fashion design in London, and since then she has lived all over the world. She married her German husband in India. The couple have lived in Berlin since 2013.
I've never really had one home. I've lived in 10 countries. I went to boarding school when I was 9. So there isn't one place that's home. I guess home is where my family is.
After 20 years in the fashion business, Aparna Aurora decided to switch professions and indulge her passion for cooking. She opened a restaurant called Chutnify. The name was inspired by British Indian writer Salman Rushdie. He coined the word chutnification in his novel Midnight's Children to describe the Indian influence on English culture.
The concept behind the restaurant is that it's trendy, it's modern, it's not like a typical Indian restaurant with Buddhas on the walls. Just showing people that India is not all about poverty and about yoga, and you know, there's so much more to India. There's this in India, there's modernness in India, there's fashion in India, and I think that's what we want to try and show people here, that when people come in here, sometimes they say, oh, this is so unusual. It's not typical Indian. So actually, it is typical Indian. It's just not the Indian you know.
When Aurora moved to Berlin, she missed authentic South Indian cuisine, including dosas, a thin, savory pancake that's popular there. Black pepper pork dosa is traditionally served with various chutneys. Spices also play an important role in South Indian cuisine. One of the most popular is garam masala, a fiery mixture that you can even make yourself. To make the meat really spicy, it has to simmer in the sauce for at least 45 minutes. The dosas are made from fermented rice and black lentil batter and baked using a crepe maker. In southern India, they're served with many different kinds of fillings.
It's typical to India because it's a mix of a lot of spices. And it's one of my favorite dishes because it involves a little bit of work and a lot of different fresh and dry ingredients.
Chutnify is located in Berlin's Prenzlauer Berg district. Aparna Aurora likes the fact that her customers are so diverse. Just after the fall of the wall, young creative types moved here and rents were cheap. But that's all changed. Now the district is mostly favored by families.
It's the place that I lived in when I first moved here, and I guess it was my first love in Berlin, and I just thought people spend money in going out in Prenzlauer Berg. They enjoy good food, they know good food. The crowd, it's a very mixed crowd. We have 50% foreigners, 50% Germans. So it was the right area for a different kind of a restaurant.
Chutnify specializes in dosas, a kind of street food typical to southern India. They're usually served with a variety of chutneys.
This place is definitely very special, and because the food is very authentic South Indian food, and plus they have their own improvisations as well. So that makes the food really tempting and very special.
It's very spicy. I got a feel of my home actually. So it was really spicy. I did not expect that much.
There aren't many good South Indian restaurants in Germany. This one came recommended, and I'm glad to be here.
Her South Indian cuisine has proved such a hit that Aparna Aurora has now opened a second restaurant in Berlin.
आज हमने आपके लिए ब्लैक पेपर पोर्क बनाया है, मजे से खाइए।